I don't really know what Rain would do. I guess get up and go down wherever May is, eat, whatever. Suppose same thing for Bartleby. And I guess we'll discuss, like, at this point, Rain would start discussing what she knows, like what she learned in the book, so that everybody is kind of like equal footing on this.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess Zoldak would be thinking, like, okay, we're going to the castle now. You know, this might be he's kind of thinking it might be a risky move. You know, he's expecting the worst. But he's also kind of thinking, like, okay, what's our game plan going to be? Because if we're going to get, like, Strahd's invited us, but at the same time we're looking for the skull, so we kind of have two objectives.
Right. And, you know, to that end, you know, I think, you know, when Rain would have first received her invitation would have been like, you know, the first thought is like, oh, we're gonna just, like, you know, go take it to Strahd now or whatever. But upon further consideration, is that, like, the channeling of, like, the inner tiefling of being like, no, let's play the game and see what we can get out of him, which would have been something that she developed, you know, like whatever in her personal history.
Yeah. You still there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. Yeah, I can never tell with this computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zoldak's kind of thinking that, like, or agreeing, like, if Strahd seems to be giving the appearance of, you know, so, you know, not being just straight up hostile, we may as well take the opportunity while we have it. But Zoldak's obviously, he's thinking, like, yeah, Strahd's gonna pull something, you know, pull a fast one on us somewhere and try to catch us off guard. So he's not trusting it, but
yeah, like if he wanted to kill us, he could probably, you know, like, just descend on us with himself or whatever type of entities that he commands at any given moment. So, like, yeah, it's likely that he doesn't want to kill us, at least not straight up.
yeah.
So, yeah. I think that from Bartleby's perspective I think that Bartleby's going to have difficulty playing along just because of the being a paladin, basically.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, he's not, and being a paladin of justice, he's not going to be satisfied until Strahd is paid for his crimes.
Yeah, I just think that it'll be, when he gets here, to make sure, it would be a matter of convincing him that, in this case, the ends are going to have to justify the means, so we're going to have to play the game for now in order to get to the ending that we want.
Right.
To that end, do we think that, you know, if it's in one of the dining halls and he invited us to dinner, we might see the skull, and in which case, if he's in the room with us, we're not going to steal it. But if it's in one of the other dining halls, because assuming this castle has multiple, because it's a castle, you know, we might want to send somebody, like, if we had, like, a rogue or something to sneak off, like, maybe, like, May would be willing to do that.
As a mouse.
Yeah, like turn into a spider or something, yeah.
Yeah. If the group's discussing that, Zoldak will point out, though, that, you know, we have to be careful because, you know, it's Strahd's castle. Who knows what all is there, and we wouldn't want to get separated too much.
That's true. And metagame, I don't know. You know, metagame, I don't know how much May has told us, but between, like, there's, like, statues of dragons and statues of gargoyles, right? And, like, other statues that I thought were going to come to life on him before. So, you know,
Yeah, you
if,
never
if
know.
if the castle's full of things like that, including that suit of armor he was beating the hell out of, that thing could come to life at any moment, just because. So,
Very possible, yeah.
yeah. So from the metagame, I agree, and then if May told us in game, I agree, and even if not, I also agree.
Returned.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were just discussing game plan of when we get there, like, you know, how are we gonna find the skull? What are we gonna do with Strahd? And then how are we gonna, just how are we gonna conduct business while there? And Rain said about, somebody might want to go scouting, and I said that would probably be best for May as like a spider or something, and then Zoldak countered and said, being grouped up is probably the safest, and maybe nobody wants to go off alone. And that's where we are.
Scouting where?
To find the dragon head.
Oh, you mean once we're inside?
Yeah. Because the logic I was using was if it's in the dining hall that we're meeting Strahd, it's very likely that, we're not going to be able to steal it out from under his nose if it's hanging in the hall we're in. And then if it's in a different hall, then somebody would have to go find it, because Rain is assuming there is more than one dining hall in a castle. And we are also musing on whether Bartleby will be able to chill for this. Being a vengeance paladin. Or not a vengeance paladin, like a crown paladin or whatever. But like a justice-y paladin.
Yeah, I'm unsure.
But what would May's thoughts and feelings be of, the double mission of going there and also trying to retrieve the skull?
Yeah, he thinks leaving will be a big problem. Like, we have an invitation, and that's basically as far as we really get.
Strahd could very well seal us in there somehow.
Yeah, magical or, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, if the Hell House was anything, like, approach it, oh, there's no door left. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, we've literally been there before.
Yeah.
I just don't know of any particular contingency plan that we could even have. Save,
You can teleport, as Zoldak brings up, you can teleport short distances. You could probably get us through, assuming there's not like a magical barrier, you could get us through the gate. Even if the drawbridge is closed. Or the gate shut, or...
Yeah.
Unless it's something, again, like a magical barrier, you could probably teleport us out even the front door. But you can't do that. You can't get everybody out.
Yeah, I could take myself and one other person. And if I have all my spells, I could get 3 of us out. Me and somebody else, and then I go back in and then grab somebody else. And I could get,
3 of the 5.
I could get 3 of the 5 of us out, and that's burning through everything I have. So
May could possibly turn into a bird and fly over the wall.
I mean,
again, I'm gonna save.
You can cast fly, and if May turns into something big enough, everybody would just ride me, and I would fly.
That's true. Can May turn into anything large enough to carry 4 people?
I mean, I don't exactly know what he would have seen that was very large, except for, like a bear is basically the biggest thing I can think, but even still, that's just a medium-sized bear, not like any crazy bear. Yeah. He has seen a dire bear, but he can't turn into that CR.
How about a dire wolf?
You're still medium.
Right.
But, like, at
Well,
worst,
actually-
you would just get fly, and then we would just go one by
No.
one if we had to. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
No, I could do fly 3 times.
yeah, but it's like, whatever. As long as I can hold on to somebody and I can fly, then I'm just gonna hold on, like, grapple them, and then, like, go over, drop you off, come back, go, like, you know,
Do it
last
one
an
at a time.
hour or whatever. I mean, it depends on if it's a time-sensitive situation, but...
I mean, I could even blow 3 flies, like you, myself, and whoever like the next 2
Oh,
heaviest
I mean,
people
May
are.
would be the last one. It doesn't... I'll frickin' turn on a flying squirrel and just, like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah, no,
glide
but-
over, like...
But I mean, like we're trying to theorize a bear carrying 4 people, but you know, a bear could struggle to carry 2 probably, and it's like if casts fly on me, somebody else, and you, May turns bear, carries 2, and everybody flies out at once.
Yeah.
The 2 lightest people would actually probably be like Rain, and then like
Zoldak.
Probably Zoldak. Or
Yeah.
Rain and May, perhaps.
Right, yeah,
Too late.
well,
but once
yeah.
you're a bear, obviously that.
May carries himself.
Yeah.
I mean, just give fly to Zoldak, Bartleby, and Gizmo, and then you guys carry us out.
It could work.
Okay, so good plans to have now, just in case.
Or even better, I make an entangle bridge.
Tangle Bridge.
Yep. You heard it here first, folks.
Bridge of Entangle.
I cast Entangle to make plants, and then I cast Plant Growth to make them bigger, and then I cast Speak with Plants and tell them to turn themselves into a bridge. Just give me 3 turns. Hold on, guys.
We can do it. It'll work. It'll work. Alright. So Zoldak says, well, shall we be off then?
Yeah, I suppose I don't have any more preparation to do.
I guess the other thing is Strahd did say he has the power to let us leave Barovia. We might want to bring that up.
Who said that?
The invitation, or at least the invitation said Strahd was the one who brought us here. So I assume that means he could get us out.
Rain doesn't speak for everyone, but she thinks that many of us wouldn't be satisfied until he's dead.
Yeah.
May would be fine with leading. Well, no, I mean he would get,
Zoldak,
the only thing that I can remember right now is it's not her name, not Ilyana, but Kiriana. Irina, yeah. Basically, like getting Irina and killing General Rahadin, and aside from that, he would be fine with getting out of Barovia.
I mean, Zoldak wants to see Strahd dead, but he's also just as concerned, if not maybe a little more so, about getting the group out alive.
Rain is slightly blinded by the rage at the fact that he killed her.
Come on, dude, just suck it up. I died. Yeah, whatever.
There's several things I will not get over. Wells are one of them.
Wells and dying.
Wells and people that fucking kill me.
Alright.
Did we want to buy that cart a while?
That's a good point.
Yeah, the one that
Because
Gizmo wanted to steal.
Yeah. We should go to that shipping area and see if we can buy a cart from anybody.
yeah, Zoldak. Yeah, Zoldak agrees because we're not going to want to carry that skull the entire way back. a cart and a horse, or two. I guess we could just go with one horse, because we're like a mule or something. Pull it. Hello?
I want a team of mules.
A team.
I want reindeer.
Reindeer.
Donner and Blitzen and... I'm gonna name them.
Yeah. Alright, so let's go get the wagon or cart or whatever we want to get.
I prefer carriage.
A carriage. Yeah, that's the way to travel.
I prefer
carrier.
something that we can afford.
Yeah.
I want a yacht.
I want a yak. I want a yacht pulled by a yak. I was assuming that we'd go to the shipping yard unless we saw something that made us think there was like a horse carriage seller somewhere else.
Nah, there's nothing else that would make you... There's no better place to go find one than at the shipyard.
Also, if Rick Tabio's saber is here, I just want to look at it.
Well, yeah, if you you do see his carnival wagon parked out here in the kind of on the edge of the yard, over on the side here, and you can go up to it. You don't see the tiger, but you do know it's in the wagon.
Okay, I'm not that concerned. As if I could see it and be like, hey, look, a tiger.
It looks like he's trying to keep the wagon, based on how it's kind of parked off to the side, and kind of in a position of not being disturbed. Octavio's trying to keep that hidden.
Right.
Yeah, when you get to the stockyard, though, you ask around and to see if anyone has any wagons or carts or anything like that they'd be willing to sell. And there is one person that kind of deals with building wagons and has a wagon ready to go for sale, as well as two horses, two draft horses potentially if you want them.
Okay. Who has the best persuasion to try to get us a deal? I have like a 7 for deception, but Bartleby has a 6 for persuasion.
May speak Sylvan to the horses.
The horses view you favorably and take a liking to you.
Success. I try to pick the horse's pockets.
A ringtone joins us.
Surprise! You swindle 3 carrots from the horse's pockets.
I feed them to them as if they were my carrots.
They take more of a liking to you.
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
Damn.
Okay.
Straight.
Now he's on the phone.
Yeah, dinner.
Well, I was gonna speak for Dave if Bartleby was gonna go up and try to haggle us a cart, but
Dave's here.
I'll let him do that if he wants to. Otherwise, I would be glad to lie to the cart merchant. Yes, we are with Strahd, and we need this cart. Give it to us.
May would instantly evaporate. I would point at Rain with my left arm and be like, "Demon, she stole my hand!" And the kids are louder this time. They just won't go to bed. Just strangle already.
I'm gonna roll for everything. Like, I walk over to the shopkeeper. Like,
And just
up,
start.
on athletics.
You trip up.
Perfect. Yeah. I trip. I'm gonna strength save to try to get up. Like, I can't. I'm way too heavy.
You try to lift yourself up with all your might, and it just it's not happening.
I'm just gonna play dead.
You look as alive as ever.
Yeah.
I'm getting all my bad rolls out right now. Come on.
Yeah, Rain completely failed at everything she tried to do right there.
May offers a hand and says, "Come on, you need to get up." Damn straight. The guy
You
with the
just
-2.
You just pull Rain right back up to her feet.
He pulls me so hard that I make an acrobatics check to see. Okay.
And actually land it.
Yeah, I actually stand up.
Yeah.
I decide to just withdraw from the adventure and stand here till I die.
I carefully made sure that I pulled really hard on her left hand. Just trying to see if I can get the fucking thing to come off.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Dave.
Well, if it isn't Bartleby.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what's up, Dave? How are you?
You know, it better been worse, my friends.
Yeah, last I heard there were some complications, I guess, from the surgery, so...
Yeah, no, I had to have a second surgery. And then Ellie's in Baltimore right now because we got a call that her grandma's like on her deathbed tonight. So
Jesus.
it's just like it's been a year.
Dude,
2017. Let's keep it going.
Oh well.
Alright. Does
Well, we're
somebody
glad
else?
you're here.
So, I can give you a quick rundown if you want. So, we rested at the inn. We were discussing what to do. Like with Strahd and everything. So you're talking about like we got to meet Strahd and we have to maybe try to find the dragon skull that he has there. And we were talking about ways to smuggle it out, and also thinking like, you know, there's a entrance for the servants' quarters, so we're going to try to barter to get a wagon and take it with us and try to get the skull onto the wagon and leave with it, like back to the dragon keep. And we were just at the vendor, and I was right as you came on, I was going to have Bartleby talk to him because I think Bartleby has much better persuasion than I do. So if Bartleby is willing to talk to the vendor,
What am I trying to get from Mr. Venda?
Cart.
a cart and 1 or 2 horses, doesn't matter, for cheap.
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
The funny thing is that I think we have so much money that it doesn't matter if we get it for cheap, but
Yeah. Surprisingly, like, wagons and horses are cheap by comparison to what adventurers get.
Do we know his name? Do we know cart salesman's name? Is it Frank?
Frank!
well, you can approach him and pretend like he's Frank.
Let me see what it is.
Frank, it's me, Bartleby. Don't you remember me? Don't say you don't remember me. Don't say you don't remember me. He's like, name's Phyllis. I'm a girl. Frank.
Grips Warhammer. Don't tell me that, Frank.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you don't remember me.
Yeah. Hey, where's that money you owe me?
Hey, remember that time I didn't
yeah.
break your hands? Yeah.
Yeah, Gunther is his name.
Gunther. I like Frank better, but
Just call him Frank, see what you can do.
okay. Hey, Gunther,
Yeah.
my buddy.
Don't recall seeing you around here, but if you want to be buddies, that's fine with me.
We're buddies now.
All right, what can I help you with?
Well, I would like to know the cost of a cart.
Cart? Well, I don't have a cart, but I have a wagon available.
What kind of wagon?
It's a covered wagon.
Like a Conestoga?
I don't know what that is.
Like an
Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail type wagon?
Yeah, that's basically.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know by that name.
Hmm.
Wagon.
Can it be pulled by horses, or do we need oxen?
2 horses will do.
Do you have 2 horses?
That I do.
Alright.
Poor
Could it be-
soul kicked the bucket the other day and didn't have any family or inheritance to leave it to, so anything like that goes to the general goods store for be sold to those who need it.
Who did you say died?
It was poor old widow.
Gizmo
Down-
says,
down.
some guy named Bucket.
She, I
Oh.
think the Vistani were to blame, but you didn't hear it from me.
Old lady, old lady.
Old lady. Yelena.
Yelena! Yeah, that's what I meant. Yelena, my aunt Yelena. She probably meant to leave that cart to me. It should have been Bartleby. Can I at least, take a look at it to see if it's the cart I think it is?
You can say like, what do I owe you for holding it for me? Like,
How about I give you a gold piece for holding on to it for us, and we'll just call it even.
Go ahead. Make a deception check. Okay. He says, Bartleby. He says, sure, I'll show you. Doesn't take the gold piece yet, but he says, so where are you from? Are you, like I said, I thought Yelena didn't have any relatives.
Yeah, I'm from Flavorton.
Flavorton.
It's a ways away.
There's no Flavorton in Barovia.
Well, yeah, I mean that's where I've been most recently is Flavorton.
So,
It's
so
like my aunts share a bloodline on that side of the family type thing, and we just kind of spread out a little bit and moved away, and eventually I found my way to Flavorton.
I see. Yeah, poor Yelena has been. I guess you both her were trapped by the mist separately because she came here many years ago and has been trapped here ever since. So I guess it's fortunate you came along, but I'll trade the horses over to you. And although the wagon was mine built, so I'll have to charge you for that if you want.
Yeah. How much for the wagon?
35 gold. I guess the
Ooh.
gold for holding on to the horses mostly to cover the, stabling and lodging for them.
Whew.
So 36 for the horses and the wagon.
Pay the man, Zoldak.
Right. Yeah, Zoldak hands him over the 36 gold. And we have...
And you cut out.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, Zoldak says, pulls out the gold and hands it over to him. We have over 1,000, so it's no big deal, really.
Zoldak is like party loot guy.
Yeah.
He just unloads the sack full of 1,000 coins, and then he's like, just picks up 36 of them. Yeah, here you go. Let me just shovel these back in this bag.
Yeah.
You hear that,
man,
thieves?
We're down to 970 gold. What do we do? All right, plus silver and copper. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I'll make a note that the party now has a wagon and 2 draft horses. He says,
Additionally,
yes.
in the party loot.
Yep, I have it in the party loot.
And now we can probably dump some of that party loot on the wagon.
Yep. Yeah, we can do that. I mean, that's... Well,
Sorry,
I
I
mean,
had to grab something out of the oven.
pretty much everything Zoldak has is stuff that would be useful to carry with us, like potion of healing, potion of fire breath.
Wait, hold on, guys. I'll be back. I gotta put something back in Dave's oven.
Rain
Okay,
hops
I'm back.
onto the back of the wagon, and it's just like, let's go. Now that we have a cart, I'm not walking.
Yeah,
Rain?
Zoldak boards the wagon.
Rain fondly remembers when Hors pulled us on that wagon many a week ago. By that I mean like 2 weeks ago, if that.
And by whores, he means whores. Not when a team full of whores pulled us on a wagon.
Just
Oh yeah,
just one weird man named Hors.
That's a
Gunther, says goodbye and says, sorry about the loss of your aunt, Bartleby.
Huh? Oh, yeah. No, appreciate it. Yep, my aunt.
And he says, well, if there's anything more I can do, if you need supplies or anything, just stop by my store.
Sounds
He walks
good.
away.
Gizmo would probably plop himself in the back as well. May's fine with walking.
If somebody has to drive the thing.
Doesn't
has-
doesn't Zoldak have
I think
like
Zoldak
vehicle
has-
driving experience or whatever?
Oh yeah, he does.
Bartleby probably does
Vehicles,
too, being a sailor.
land, and he does have animal handling as a
Proficiency.
proficiency, so yeah, Zoldak can drive it.
Yuck.
While we make our way downtown, walking fast,
Bartleby says to the group, by the way, I don't have an Aunt Yelena.
May decapitates himself.
Zoldak says, that's rolling insight on Zoldak. Zoldak says, I kind of thought so.
no, he fooled me too. It's like, really? I'm gonna run to the
Zoldak just
bathroom
kind
and
of
grab a
smiles
drink.
to himself. All right. So you guys take the wagon out of town and
To the
the
west.
to the castle. Yeah, you come to
Or
the
actually to the east.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
to the east this time. Yep, you travel the path down the. I'll just move this there so we can see. We travel down the path, get to the fork that leads to the windmill, get to the gate, and take the path to the castle. Yes, I can. Alright, so this is just a thing I made as a map for the front of the castle.
Okay.
It's one of the maps in the book, just so you can kind of get a indication of the front. Yeah, tiny little May down there.
Yeah.
I guess you could put your characters on here if we wanted to. But yes, you now stand in front of Castle Ravenloft, and if you remember, that's what it looks like. Picture. But you're now standing, with or sitting in the wagon, whatever, at the front gates. There's two towers that flank the kind of like a front gate. The first gate, then there's a drawbridge, and then there's the main gate of the castle.
Did we approach the main gate, or were we going to approach the side gate?
The side entrance that you know of, you have to cross into the main gate first.
Oh, okay.
So like the side entrance would be you'd have to walk around the castle over here.
Oh, okay, so I guess leave the cart here certainly then.
Okay.
I think is everybody else good with that?
Leave the cart outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoldak says it's probably better than leaving it inside, because I have a feeling that whatever goes through those front gates it isn't going to be coming out easily, and that includes us. Just a feeling I have, though.
May warns that the last time he was here, there were the ravens all about that were watching him, and possibly other creatures like in the woods leading up to here. He'll basically have been saying that on our way up to this point, because he's been the only one of us all to have seen all of this before. Right. He'll also say that he, crossed the bridge to get over in there, and like the inner door was closed and he went into it, and that there were like these statues and kind of like I don't know what it would be, like a foyer or whatever, but
yeah,
that were kind of watching him. And then he got a little bit further into the castle beyond that, but that's the limit to his knowledge.
Hey Gizmo, what do you think of the architecture of this castle?
Does he roll?
He is mustaching the castle question.
Do you have access to his character sheet?
Yep, yeah, it was just, I wanted it to pop out. That is him.
It still says May.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I'm
fine.
I'm just saying that's Gizmo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, he notices that the castle, how it was made, at least the stonework, must have been made by both skilled artisans and wizards, because it seems like it was crafted with magic, in addition to the normal mundane craftsmanship.
Yeah, some of the lines are too sharp or something.
Yeah. But that both were used, it wasn't just raw magic. So
Does he think that was to aid in the construction, or is it reinforced through magic? Construction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although there is something a little bit disconcerting, I guess, about the castle, there's almost a little bit of Gizmo kind of gets the feeling that there's almost a bit of sentience to it.
Okay. He could just additionally he could roll Arcana. I mean, that's
Yeah.
basically what he would get from that. I guess is what
Yeah.
you just said. So
That's basically it.
All right, here goes nothing, eh, guys?
Zoldak,
we only got one invitation, right?
it was each person got their own.
Okay, yeah. May has his in hand.
Good
Yeah.
call. Yeah, Rain will. I suppose
Zoldak takes
hers
his.
out.
He May says since he's been here before, he will lead. So
Zoldak says, "I'm following right behind you."
If Bartleby has his sword out with the sun on, Rain might recommend turning that off. I don't.
Dave, do you have the sun sword lit?
he's
Oh,
out doing something.
Okay.
We'll bring him in. I'm sure he'd want to be up toward the front.
Yeah.
Dude, cooking TGI frozen meals is a step process.
What?
I said cooking TGI Fridays frozen meals is like a 5-step process.
Jesus.
You
as
know
we
what it
were-
is whenever you work for TGI Fridays? It's also a 5-step process. Microwave and plate it.
We, when we were just walking in here, Rain would have recommended to Bartleby, if he has his sun sword out and turned on, he might want to click it off. Like, I don't know. I don't know if Bartleby would want to do that or if he'd want to keep it on.
Please explain. It's such a beautiful sword.
Yeah, the whole 15 feet of bright sunlight and then the 15 more feet of dim sunlight might piss off Strahd a little bit, and we're trying to not piss him off yet, I think. Because I think very well that could be the only sunlight in all of Barovia in your hand.
All right, I'll consider it.
Yeah. When you get to the front gate, when you get to the entrance of the castle, I should say, not the front gate. The door to the castle actually hangs open, and there are torches in iron sconces on each side.
Okay, there was a secondary internal door, correct?
Huh?
Like, there was a little area and then there was another door, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll move us to that map if we're going in.
Okay.
Guess we won't need. Yeah. We need everybody here.
I don't
Yeah,
know
so-
where
The first set of doors right here hangs open. The next set of doors inside is closed.
Yep. May approaching this area. How are these doors opened?
Outward.
Okay, he checks this one and sees if his name is still written on it. He marked it in the druidic stuff, and he put his name on here.
On the door.
Yeah, the first time he was here, he put his name before he went
Right.
in.
You want to see if it's still there?
Yeah.
It's been removed.
Okay.
he tagged it.
He
Yeah.
puts it back on.
Okay.
Like, he puts it on and then he waits there for like not like too long, but just make sure that it's not like disappearing.
No, it stays.
Okay. Alright. So as he's walking in here, he points up and says, these are where those statues are.
Yeah.
I was talking to you.
4 statues of dragons that glare down at you.
Are these wooden doors or stone?
The front ones were stone, but the next set are wooden.
Okay.
And in fact, when you get into this foyer area, the doors open on their own, and then you see the next hall, the grand hall, and there is the sound of organ music playing.
Yeah, Gizmo would like to search this door, and it would probably be investigation, but you said that it was stone, and he's searching it for any like locking mechanism or anything,
Okay.
like any handle, hinge, anything. What would you want him to roll?
He could do investigation.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. There is a lock on the inside that could be locked from within.
Okay.
Like like a typical castle defense. Like a large iron bar.
Yeah.
Is that the organ?
No,
I just fucking
Dave has it. Is that Dave?
probably.
But yeah, there's also
Yeah, dude. That would have been. Yeah. Strahd glides down.
I should say then that I guess the doors open inward then, because that would make. Why would you bar them? If
Right.
they could open outward?
Strahd
Yeah.
glides like past this area, like by going like this or whatever, and he has a baseball cap on. Take me out to the ball. Okay.
So I should say then the doors technically they actually open inward because that wouldn't make sense.
Right, like into here.
Sorry, CJ. That's just where my head went as soon as I heard organ.
Yeah.
It's okay. Strahda's challenging us to a baseball game. We have to oblige.
Well,
That's what this whole thing was all about.
yeah. This is the
That
first
was the
inning.
secret the whole time.
This is the first inning. This is the
Yep.
second inning. This is the third.
Yeah.
Yep. So May comes in here and
This little X right behind.
immediately would like to percepti for anybody that just seems to have like the screams of a bunch of people emanating from their bodice.
Actually, that is exactly what you see, because coming down the stairs, and actually I should get rid of the prone.
This is where when May triggers his like random like Age of Empires thing where you like have a unit and you right click on somebody and he's like, back for more, eh? Like some stupid command, and immediately
That's pretty much exactly what happens. Because Rahadin walks down the stairs slowly, and realizing that it's you, he casts a sly grin over at May. Doesn't say anything, but kind of knows what you're thinking. And then he looks at, he sees Zoldak in the back, and then stepping kind of over here, seeing that there's more, that the others are in the back. He says, "Ah, my master is expecting you."
Not to take away from this, but before we get too far, Rain would just like to look at the two different types of statues and notice if they look like Argynvost or anything. Like, do they bear a semblance to him? Like, she doesn't know that much about dragons.
No, not that Rain would know this, but they're depictions of red dragon, which are your typical kind of like Smaug,
Okay. Yeah.
as opposed to a silver dragon, which I believe is more finned, like has more like their spines are more fin-like, I believe.
Okay. Okay, I just wanted to clear that up before we got too deep.
Yeah. Definitely still dragons, but they look a little bit different.
Okay. Go ahead,
Yes.
May.
yeah, May's just looking at him and has his invitation in his hand, and he says, he doesn't say anything.
Yeah. He says, "Come right this way." dinner is ready. Zoldak kind of looks to May. Says, "Was that?" And whispers, "Was that the Dusk Elf?"
That's him. May comes over here and just... Is there anything that he can see?
This,
in the
other
stairwell
than
here?
the stairs wraps around and heads upward in this direction, so it bends
Okay.
that way. Okay. And the organ music is getting is a little louder over here. As you head this way, clearly coming from the one dining hall over here that May glanced before.
Mhm.
But he opens the set of double doors for you and then stands to the side.
Coming this way, Rain is gonna start looking for any giant dragon skulls that are hanging about.
Okay, but you don't see any above the door. I mean, you don't see any glancing into the room yet.
Okay, well, whenever we walk in, that's gonna be something she is looking for.
Yeah. But you do see sitting at the organ playing it is Strahd seated there. So that's just gonna kind of step.
Dave, are you there?
Give me a sec.
Okay, I'm just gonna scooch Bartleby up.
Step 5.
Oh, he's on step 5.
Yes, and then
Does he stop playing?
yes, once you step in, he suddenly stops abruptly and turns. He says, finally, my guests have arrived. Please take a seat." He steps up. Sitting on the table are sets for each of you with fine, delicate china and silver. In each place is a crystal goblet filled with amber liquid and a delicate fragrance. There's food, plenty of food set up about the table, roast beef and roots and herbs and sweet fruits and vegetables.
May picks a seat that's closer to vegetables.
Okay. These are 4 marble pillars that support the room.
Gizmo comes over here. Well, actually, where's Rain sitting?
Directly across from Strahd.
Okay, so here.
Well, I am. Yeah, like...
So
I was assuming he was gonna take one of the heads of the tables, but...
Yeah. Now he just yeah, he actually does move over.
Gizmo.
After he waits for you to sit down though.
Okay, if one of the chairs is more or less fancy, like whatever, I'm gonna like sit at a... Whatever the one that doesn't look like the head of the house. Like,
Yeah.
Rain wants to stare at him, but she also wants to play the game.
Yeah.
Like the high-class eloquence game that she knows of, that she's
Yeah,
read about.
this one looks like it's the head of the table.
Close
so.
to the
But
fireplace.
Strahd though waits for, the guests to take their seats.
Gizmo comes in and grabs this chair and like has his invitation in his hand and sets it down on the table, and he's like, "A fair trade, Mr. Strahd," and he picks up the chair. And then, noticing if anybody's looking at him, he says, "What? He said take any seat." And then he starts walking out with the seat, assuming he can lift it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strahd kind of grins under his trying to like not look as amused as he is, and says, "Ahem. The invitation wasn't for a chair, my good dwarf, but for the food and the chance to dine and get to know each other a little better."
Gizmo does insight on this guy as he's like walking out the door, because you know, I mean, he's never seen him, but just like anything he can get about his like persona or anything.
Yeah. Well, obviously, when Gizmo kind of gets to back by the door, and in fact, everybody as they walked by him heard the screams of thousands of people suffering when they walked by him. But Gizmo obviously when he's nearby and actually like right there, he hears it loud and clear, emanating from him. And the Dusk Elf looks very composed, very much kind of a poker face, kind of, where he's not really giving away much of what he's thinking. But Gizmo can tell that the Dusk Elf has been studying, kind of eyeing each person, sizing them up, seeing, judging in some way, just kind of watching and observing.
Yeah, Gizmo just kind of chuckles and comes back and sets the chair down. He's like, yeah, just as long as I don't have to sit near that weirdo standing out there. And then he sits down.
Is that Dave moving?
Yeah. Sits right beside him. Hey, buddy. Puts the sword down on the table. I'm just gonna cut my steak with this sword.
Does Bartleby have the sun sword out?
No, Bartleby stuffed the sun sword down his pants.
Is that a sun sword in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Can it be both?
Yeah.
Rahadin says, "Master, if you'll be needing me, I'll be downstairs in the kitchen." And Strahd nods, and he shuts the door and proceeds out of the room.
Gizmo mutters, not so quietly, "Yeah, I need him to stop being so weird." May says, "So, Strahd, we're here."
Yes, you are here, in fact. I'm glad that we could have this chance to talk and, like I said, get to know each other a little better in more civilized circumstances. I'm sure you have questions, and,
Yeah, why'd you kill Sergey? He was your brother.
Sergey was in my way. He should have known that Tatiana was mine. Unfortunate that what became of him, but I had to do what had to be done.
Rain begins eating the most delicious looking thing in front of her. She'll be the first to eat.
Yeah. Zoldak's remaining cautious. He still wants to bide his time and wait and see before diving in. But Strahd, I guess, noticing that at least Rain has started eating, but maybe I don't know about the others, but noticing that at least that Zoldak isn't. Strahd proceeds to take a glass and sip it, and munch on some fruit, some finger foods at the table, and proceed to eat a little bit.
Same.
And you said same?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And then after that, Zoldak kind of lets his guard down a little bit and proceeds to, eat some food.
Gizmo is straight piling it on and judging every single moment of it. Like, he's like eating it loud too. You know, the old like chicken leg thing in the mouth. He's like, and he's just like, you know, squinting at Strahd, and he's like, huh.
Yeah, so after everyone's kind of started eating a bit, he says, so I guess I have some questions for you now, or at least a question for you. I'm curious to know a little bit more about each of you and where you came from before you came to Barovia.
May lets the mouse free.
Before I invited you here.
I guess Rain would say, you know, you are the lord of the castle, so it's appropriate that you ask first.
Yes, why don't you start?
Well, I guess kind of the out of character there is I didn't completely like catch up with Gizmo to where we're from, but Rain would say, orphaned as a child, I worked as I was given a home in a library until my adoptive father died, and I left in search of a new life and lived in a dwarven city for several years, and kind of looks over at Gizmo like, and it's where I met Gizmo, and we've been adventuring ever since.
The adventurous sort. I see. Yes. Zoldak, you know, says about how, you know, I took up the mercenary life and, you know, fought monsters and for a living and fought in several battles, you know, against bandits and thugs and even at one point an enemy clan. How he lived in Hamlet, and you know, after the death of his adventuring party and family, how he took up residence there and just kind of left himself, but then met up with the group here and, you know, took up some more adventuring once there were dangers threatening the town again. And Strahd just kind of nods, but doesn't say anything. And what about you, Druid? He says. May
is just eating fruit, and he said, well, before I came here I was a man of the woods, and the woods here seemed pretty diseased.
Strahd kind of squints. Narrows his eyes when you say that, but otherwise.
Gizmo is in the middle, like with half of his mouth full, says, yeah, I'm just, you know, a dwarf cut off from his god. You know, pretty important. Don't really feel like talking to anybody, you know, that might be responsible for that.
Gizmo, you should know that the only power here is the power I willed. Even the gods are shunned from this place.
Is that entirely true? Rain says, eyeing Strahd, like stops eating.
No, not entirely, Rain. Not entirely.
Those, yeah, the dark vestitutes or whatever that were sealed in Amber Temple. It's kind of like raises her eyebrows momentarily. Just not whatever. Just like trying to like play the back and forth game.
Yeah. He says, "Yes, I should have known you'd stumble across that information soon enough."
As you know, I like knowing things.
Yes, I've gathered that from observing you. I know you're that type. but I'm getting ahead of myself. Before we jump into that, Bartleby, I don't believe you've told me about yourself.
That was intentional.
Don't wish to divulge that information? Or just not the talkative type?
I'm a paladin. I dole out my own brand of justice, and I search for the best cured meats there are.
Well, I hope you enjoy the meats I've prepared at this table.
You prepared them personally?
No, my servants did, but I picked the courses, of course.
Gizmo says, "Your servants wouldn't happen to be dead, would they?"
Not all of them. Not all of them.
Ugh. Oh, I need more beer.
But yes, Rain, back to your point. I guess maybe I should explain myself a little bit. You see, it is true that I am Lord of this realm, but it's also a double-edged sword of sorts, for I myself am trapped here and cannot leave. Even though I have the power to allow others to come and go as they please, I myself cannot.
Oh yeah, metagame. It's like theory. I was right.
And you see, that's part of the reason why I've invited you all here to dine, but also in Barovia, to my rally. I was hoping that maybe one of you could help me escape this prison that I am in, and that's why I've been testing you. So, Rain, it was, I got a little over-eager, when I slaughtered you. That wasn't my intention, but I did learn a lot about you through it, so... Hope we
How's
can let
Boosculus?
Yes, that did cost me the death of my steed. But I'm sure in time I'll find a suitable replacement.
I would say like Rain with like maybe like one like trembling hand out of like whatever like anger, just kind of like covers it with the other, and then like looks back up and tries to like play it off like we'll call it even.
Good.
May says, "What would you do if you left Barovia? I see how you treat everybody inside of it."
See how I treat everyone inside of it? And what do you mean by that?
Do you claim to not be responsible for most of the bad things going on here? This land just seems sickened and cursed. So many strange people are here, and I haven't seen anything like it. There just seems to be something strangling and infecting everything here, and I don't like it.
Well, you see, I am one to let things be what they are. If the people here suffer, then it's their own fault. I am lord of this land, and I can do as I see fit. I quite frankly don't see why that should be different anywhere else.
Do you actively do anything to like make everything horrible?
I do what pleases me.
Goes
When
back
you're
to
as
eating.
powerful as I am, you can do what you want.
Are you all seeing?
not all seeing, but I do see a lot.
Did you see me smash that old lady's hands?
No, I did not happen to see you smash that old lady's hand.
Hmm. Never mind.
Never mind.
So what is it really that you want us here?
Now that's the question. That's the main question I was looking for. You see, in these little tests I've been putting you through, and my observations, as you've gone throughout my land, I've been assessing whether or not I think each of you would suit my needs. And, I hate to say it, but I really don't think any of you will. I was hoping that one of you would be worthy to rule Barovia in my stead, and that would allow me to leave. But, I don't think any of you are up for it.
I nominate Gizmo.
Well, if only it were that easy. Like I said, I don't think Gizmo has what it takes, and neither do you.
First roll is Lord, reinstate all gods.
Hear, hear.
Second roll is Lord of Barovia, fix shitty stone architecture everywhere. Makes me sick.
Well, if you were Lord and I thought you were worthy, then maybe you could make those changes. But as I said, I don't think so.
If all you care about is leaving, then why do you care about a worthy successor? Why wouldn't any successor do?
Because if I'm going to leave, I have to have someone that's at least as capable as I am. The Dark Powers will not accept anyone of lesser stature.
The Dark Powers. Ellipses.
Tell us more.
The Dark Powers? Well, I will leave that up for you to discover. Like I said, I don't think you're necessarily worthy, and if you can discover that out for yourselves, maybe we'll see. But like I said, I doubt it.
So I guess Rain would kind of like, knowing what she knows from the Tome of Strahd, would just kind of look around and be like, okay, so some culmination of dark powers, probably an Amber Temple. Got it.
You actually say that?
Yeah.
He says, yes, the Amber Temple. That's right.
I told you. I like to know things.
Indeed.
So, if you brought us here to find a successor, and none of us will do, why are we still alive?
Yes. Because when you're immortal like I am, life can get rather dull at times. And keeping you alive is just more fun right now.
How do you feel about How do you feel about having our friend Gizmo, the Breaker of Arms, arm wrestle Rahadin? Assuming we know his name, otherwise, like that weird servant guy you have.
No, arm wrestling competition.
Gizmo says, I wouldn't touch that weirdo.
Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean says, well, that's not the kind of entertainment I enjoy. Zoldak's just kind of remaining quiet, like he's he's I guess uncomfortable, and he's getting his hand like braced for his halberd or
I
glaive
guess.
rather. I guess his glaive.
Okay. So then I guess Rain just like shrugs and be like, then let us go.
But that would be way too easy and not fun.
Bart will be shoving his hand down his pants.
At that moment, you hear outside. You hear the kind of the loud grind of gears and machinery as the drawbridge as the gate slams shut outside and the drawbridge rises. And you also hear the front doors of the castle slam shut. And Strahd suddenly stands up and says, "Well, if you're not worthy as successors, at least you'll be useful as my playthings for a time, until I decide to dispose of you."
Gizmo, holding on to a bone, points over this way and says, "See, if you would have built it better, these things wouldn't make so much noise." May calls the mouse back over to him after hearing like all the noise. He's kind of freaked out. And by kind of freaked out, I mean he's a lot of freaked out.
Yeah.
Gizmo, like kind of pushing his plate away now, says, "Well, now that dinner's done and you seem to, have a closed door policy, where's my bed?"
Closed door policy in bed. Strahd says, "Well, I think I'll let you figure that out. Because I could either..."
Oh, say no more. I got it. I'll find it.
Okay. I was going to make a clever statement about how you could sleep in a bed or in a coffin, but yeah, you know what? I'm getting bored of this. Everybody roll initiative.
Woohoo!
So was that
man.
you getting bored of this, or was that Strahd getting bored of this?
Strahd.
To check.
Oh, come on. I was gonna say, I was ready. If he was gonna like walk out, it was gonna be like, enjoy the prison we're all trapped in. Like, but Gizmo rolls high once and he's not here for it. Hey, I was bumped. I literally rolled an initiative of, like, fucking 1.
Whoops. There we go. Alright. Strahd. Strahd starts off with... Strahd draws his sword, I guess, as part of his first interact with an object. And no, he's not going to do that. He's just going to hurl a fireball to start. Okay. What radius? So he's gonna hurl it kind of centered right at Rain. He himself is gonna take a step back and kind of throw it right at the center at Rain, so it hits everybody. Everyone needs to make dexterity saving throws or be hit with 25 fire damage.
I take half. Oh baby, infernal resistance.
DC is 19.
Are we assuming that we have Bartleby's temp health or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is 10?
Yes, 10. Do I round up or down when doing half damage? Down, right?
Yeah, round down.
Okay.
Does
Don't forget, Bartleby, you should have like your charisma bonus to the saving throws.
He gets +3, but that's not going to be enough.
Right.
It's +3 to everybody around him.
Mm-hmm. I don't think any of us are close.
No.
Is it 10 feet? Yeah. Yeah, so...
Yeah, not quite.
Or wait.
There... Yeah, there's... Okay. Yeah, you hear the door was closed down here. It was closed before, but you hear it like click locked. And then it is Gizmo's turn. Strahd also does draw his sword after casting. And the food and the silverware and all that is, blasted off the table, littered everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tim's level 4 spells weren't made using the autofill thing, so I'm trying to read what they do and they don't have anything. Okay. He will do he'll summon spiritual weapon next to him and attack him. Miss, most likely.
Yes.
And then he will get like over here. And I guess using his crossbow, so he doesn't have his shield out right now, he'll attack him.
Crossbow, that does hit.
And then it is, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's his turn.
We had some rules. I guess Zoldak will go next. Unless May wants to go before him, I don't care.
No, that's fine.
Zoldak's gonna pull out his glaive and then stand right there and attack. And Zoldak's just, I guess I'm gonna go all out because they're attacking Strahd and I can always short rest. Get this back.
Yeah, Dave, when
I'm gonna
we were
save
fighting,
precision attacks.
when we were fighting the other undead, and Bartleby did his like attack and extra attack, assuming that both hit because most of the time they did. I was doing second level, like smites on both, and that's like what was punishing the shit out of people.
It's a fun thing to do.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm gonna action surge and get 2 more attacks in. And I'm going to use my superiority die for additional accuracy on both.
19 and 18 if you do it that way.
Yeah, well, I have to do what I rolled first, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so. Let me not. I used. I'm down to 2 superiority die, so. Wait a minute. No, I didn't have. Okay. No. Yeah, so this one, I only had to use it, the one hit, I didn't have to use a superiority die. So, that one hits, and that one. For 24 damage. Let's see. No, that didn't. There we go. Alright, that is Zoldak's turn. Zoldak just, seeing Strahd attack is just like, nope, I'm going all in. And charges.
May will transform into a black bear and charge.
Okay.
And will just do bite and claw attack. I'm gonna make both of the hit rolls.
Okay.
It's bite and then claw, by the way. I think
Okay.
that's how they say the multi-attack
The
is.
20 hits.
Bite and claw, okay. Bite. That much piercing damage.
Strahd, when you come up to him and attack him, retaliates back and swings his sword at you. That's a natural 1, which automatically misses.
He laughs like a bear.
Yeah. And Strahd says, even though he misses, he says, Yes, this is far more exciting.
Yeah, May is like basically doing like a pure yell, and then is, you know, like scraping at the chairs to get to Strahd, and then turns into a bear while he's doing that. So like, you know, he smashed his way through the chairs to get to him. He's super pissed right now.
Strahd is enjoying the fight too much. Bartleby.
Fuck him. Fuck him up.
So which one of these do you want me to click? Why is there a +9 attack on one of the Sun Swords and the Sun Sword?
Okay, so if you click the Sun Sword, that's your attack roll with the Sun Sword, and then anytime you hit, you can click that Sun Sword versus Undead, because any Undead that's hit by it immediately takes an extra 1d8 Radiant. So if like you're gonna attack with the Sun Sword, just click Sun Sword 2 times, and then anyone that hits, hit that sword damage versus Undead once.
Gotcha.
So you get 2 attacks because you have extra attack.
Don't I roll them one at a time?
Yeah.
You can. Yep, but you
Does that hit?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a 2nd level smite on his ass.
If you just click it on the first page as well, like on your spells thingy, it'll tell you.
No, I was going into my spells page to reduce it, but I guess I'll just wait till the end. So I guess I'll roll the damage first.
So that's your what? That's your D8 for, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the regular sun damage, which is 18.
Oop,
And then that's your
not meant to be.
The 10, yeah, the 18 was just his normal, and then smite is whatever he does next.
So 31 damage total.
Did you do smite at first level, or no? Smite's supposed to be 2d8.
Yeah,
I accidentally.
the 13 is a failed roll.
Oh,
No, the 13 I accidentally hit the Sun Sword plus
Twice.
9. Yeah.
Yeah, because it says radiant under it.
yeah.
So yeah, click either your divine smite or your branding smite, and then select the spell level you want for it. That'll
And it does
appear.
an extra 1d8 against undead, so...
Yeah. So, there you go. And then,
Throw another d8 on that, because if it...
yeah,
Because
so you
it's
can just
undead.
click Sunsword versus Undead again if you want to. That's why I had it set up that way.
Got it.
Because that's still just the regular
Yeah,
D8.
so that's
So don't do the
18.
13.
Yeah,
So it's 36.
36. Yeah. Is that
In
more
total?
than that? Or more than that?
That's more than 36.
28.
18 plus 15 plus
36,
8.
41. Yeah, Strahd felt that.
And you get a second attack, because of Sunsword. Or extra attack.
Yep, hit again.
I'm gonna do a Divine Smite 2nd level again.
And then you can click the Sunsword versus Undead 2 times. One for your Sunsword and one for the Smite.
28.
Okay, so that's 14, 5, 30. Yeah, when you strike Strahd this time, you strike him clearly, just like you did the first time. But there's like a faint, like little orange glow that kind of shields where you hit him, and it looked like he didn't take any damage
Yeah.
from that.
I just want to say. Hold on a second.
And Strahd just kind of grins at you when you realize that your second attack wasn't effective.
How does he feel being basked in 15 foot of bright sunlight?
Oh, he's not happy about that. But yes, he Strahd's grin, realizing that he thwarted one of your attacks. Quickly, he realizes that I'm fast in sunlight now, and he's not happy about that. At which point he swings his sword at you, Bartleby, but probably misses.
It misses.
Yeah,
Can
he
you
is
guys hear me?
blinded. The sunlight is
Yeah.
distracting
Okay.
him. Anything else on your turn, Bartleby?
Yeah, I'm gonna use some of my I'm gonna heal myself with my pool. I think I have.
Can you do that as a bonus action?
I believe so. Actually.
I think if it's yourself, I think it's a bonus action.
Or anyone that I'm touching at the end of my turn. I thought.
As an action, you can touch a creature.
Guess it's an action.
Well, then I will not heal myself. And I cheated on that before then.
That's fine. We'll go with it now. We know. All right, Rain.
Okay, so Rain is gonna just like hop up on the table and like run across and get close to just like get into the sunlight, basically. And I like don't want to waste a spell slot, but I feel like my Eldritch Blasts are just gonna miss.
Waste a spell slot? This is the
Yeah.
man that killed you, and you are Rain.
This is true. I guess I'll go for the gusto and do a witch bolt. Haven't done that in a while.
All right, that does hit.
Fucking beautiful.
Wow.
The initial does a shit ton. It's like four
Yeah.
D12, and then the over time is a 1D12 still, but that initial is like pop.
It's because you cast it at a higher level, and it's like, man, which won't doing that much.
It's all I got is higher level. It's a warlock, baby.
Cool. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. God is going to go, and he is going to. He is going to. I guess he's going to try to attack Bartleby because he has the sword. And he is going to make one sword attack and one claw attack. Here's the sword first. 20. That's a miss.
I think Bartleby has exactly 20.
I do have exactly 20.
Okay, that's a hit then, so.
Jesus, 39 damage.
Yeah, so some of that is some of that's necrotic, so.
That was
He's
a
doing his
huge
full
roll.
damage
That
now.
was there were several high rolls in there.
Yeah, of D8s, like
He's choosing to do his full damage now.
This does do full damage, yes.
Okay.
How much?
The sword?
What was the total?
38
39.
or 39. Yeah.
Okay, and then Strahd is going to claw attack. He's going to unarmed strike Bartleby again because again he has this sword and he does not.
I'm getting conflicting sources on Lay on hands, by the way. This is
Really?
saying if I'm doing it to myself that it's a bonus, that I can use it as a bonus action. It's only when you're doing it to other people or using it as an attack on an undead.
Okay, yeah, if it's yourself, it's a bonus action. So if you were going to heal yourself, go ahead and do it. Just whatever you needed to get up to full, because obviously you did take some damage now.
Where are
Yeah,
you
we're only
reading
been-
that it has a bonus?
I'm looking at different forums, so I'm not looking at the.
Yeah, this is
I'm looking at people
from the
just-
PDF. I mean, we can house roll that if he's doing it to himself, it's a bonus action. Like, I don't really care. I'm just saying that that's what the book says.
Okay, you might be looking at either 3.5 or no, you might be looking at Pathfinder, because Pathfinder has it as a. Did they use the term free action or swift action?
I think you used the word swift.
That's Pathfinder.
Okay, gotcha. My bad.
No problem. Yeah, Pathfinder has it that if you lay on hands yourself, it's a swift.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it, but
Yeah, it'd be
For a
helpful
tank.
now.
yeah, like you don't have to convince me that it makes sense.
Yeah.
House rule it, use the tank.
We'll leave it as is. In this case, Paladins have a lot going for them in this edition already.
Yeah, like them fucking smites.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so Strahd missed with his unarmed strike. So he then is going to. I guess that's actually Strahd is going to. Where is that?
Same.
He's gonna say, "I don't want this game to be over too soon," and then he's actually going to take a step back and back into the wall and disappear through the wall.
It's more of a technical question, even though I know how it's gonna happen. But how does my witch bolt behave to that? Does it just like fizzle out against the wall?
You have to maintain line of sight.
Right.
Yeah, so it fizzles out against the wall.
Do we get attacks of opportunity?
Yes.
That's the sound of a yes that doesn't matter.
So Slovak is going to. There's a certain situation where it's not, and this did not apply. Unfortunately, Zoldak missed.
Yeah, May miss both times.
Bartleby would get one as well.
Sorry, I was trying to do other stuff.
Which is gonna fucking hit. Like,
Yeah, you hit.
dude, the Sun Sword and having like the dueling, that's like so good.
So the damage stacks so much.
Hit him, and then go fucking right ahead and hit him with your unholy damage or your radiant damage against undead.
Alright, are you turning that into a smite?
Yeah, I just need to look at my spells and see. I think I have one more. Yeah, because I get 3 second levels. I'm gonna use my last one.
Okay, so 42. Okay, that is it for Strahd's turn. It's now Gizmo's turn.
Gizmo is going to hold his action, and just if anything pops out, and he's probably going to... He has his spiritual weapon out, so I guess he'll tell it to come, like, next to him. He'll use however much of its movement he would need to move. Like, whatever, I guess if it was here.
Okay.
It gets, like, 30 feet, so, you know, whatever, 10 feet of movement.
Yeah.
And then he's holding his action, and if something comes in the door behind him, he'll...
I should have done 2 more 1d8s. Well, 3 more 1d8s. I guess only 2 because you said the second attack didn't work. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut in.
Yeah.
No. You can roll the extra damage if you should have.
Because it's 2d8 for the Divine Smite, and then it's 1d8 because it's a level 2, and then it's another d8 for him being undead.
Okay.
So that would have been for the first and second turn, because you said only one of my 2 attacks, and the first one actually did anything, so there's no point in rolling it again.
Okay. Got it. Alright, so Gizmo's holding his action if anything comes through the door.
Yeah, he's either gonna, like, drop his, like, free action, drop the crossbow and hit it with his Warhammer and have Spiritual Hammer attack it, or he's gonna, like, Thunder Wave it or something, you know, like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, Zoldak's going to hold his action. If Strahd comes through the wall within reach, he'll attack.
May is going to charge the wall.
Okay.
And just, assuming he bounces back, he's just going to start clawing the wall. I mean, just whatever.
Yep, you
That's what
scratch it up, but you're
yeah,
not
that's what he spends his turn doing.
Bartleby?
Well, 1 sec, sorry.
Lay
I'm
on
gonna use
hand.
Yep, I'm just gonna heal myself with my pool.
Okay.
I think that's 45. Or 40.
I think he has
Or
35.
35, yeah.
5 times paladin level.
Right. Rain.
The first time that Rain sees him, she wants to drop Hunger of Hadar at the most advantageous position,
Okay.
and obviously the least hurting to us.
Yeah.
Or I should say she sees any enemy.
Okay. Strahd's turn. Okay, cure wounds. You don't notice anything happening yet, so back to Gizmo.
Same criteria.
Yeah.
May will do the same thing as well. Is this a stone wall, actually?
Yeah,
Okay.
marble, but yeah.
Alright. Yeah. I'll wait to do something on his turn.
Yeah, Zoldak is still doing the same thing. He's, looking at the walls, ceiling. If he comes from through any of the walls, he'll attack.
May comes over to this door. Is this wooden?
What did you say?
May comes over to this door still in bear form. Is this door wooden?
Yes.
Okay. He's gonna start attacking the door.
Okay. You can go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay.
For 2
He'll
attacks.
he'll just do his normal.
Alright. Both hit.
Okay. This is the bite.
Okay.
That's the claw.
All right. You have cracked the door. It's still there's still bits of it hanging on, but the door is. You could still lock it, but it's very brittle.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's just wailing at the door, basically, trying to get through it to get to the other side.
Yeah. Bartleby.
I guess I'll join main attack fest.
Okay. You go ahead and make attack rolls as well. Okay, that hits. Okay. And at this point, the door breaks down.
Huh.
I guess that's it.
No,
for
I
your
already
turn.
ate.
I'm gonna use Cure Wounds again.
Okay. Well, you attack, so that would be an action.
Oh, never mind then. Yep.
Okay, Rain.
I'm gonna move down here, and that's half my movement. And as a part of a hold action, am I allowed to have movement as a part of that?
No, it would have to be an action. So you could choose to move, but if you're doing movement, you can't do anything else.
Okay.
What you
So-
could do is delay your turn, but you couldn't move before that.
I don't think I can delay my turn because I'm at the end of the round, can I?
Well, what you would do is that you would drop your initiative, and basically you would have 22, and then 21, and then 19, and then you would take it whenever you want. But
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's exactly an official rule, but I think
Or
that's...
we can do it though.
I think that's what's supposed to happen with hold action anyway. Like, whenever you take it, that's your new initiative. But,
right.
I don't know.
Okay. I guess what I'll do then is I'll move to here, and then I'll use the last bit of my movement to kind of like difficult terrain, like shove myself in here with everybody. Just like
Okay.
I wanna remain somewhat close to everybody.
The door is broken, so you could get through it.
I'll move like just beyond the door. I don't want to move like terribly farther than everybody
Alright,
else.
what square are you on?
Yeah, I'd say you can put yourself in one of the front two squares.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not
No.
gonna make like, critical difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this gives me good for both rooms, and then from here I'm gonna take the same thing. Is whenever before my next turn, whenever is the most advantageous like spot to drop a hunger, I'm going to do so.
Okay.
If that's not specific enough, Strahd or any if he calls
Or
in
a group of
minions,
creatures
yeah.
running in.
Prefer if he spawns ads. I wanna drop it on that, and avoid all of our allies if possible.
Yeah, basically Strahd, Rahadin, or anybody he's never seen before. So,
Yeah.
like, if Irina pops up, he won't do it, but if it's like, hi, my name's Frank! You're dead, Frank!
Yep.
Frank again. Poor Frank.
Exactly. Yes, and that's my turn.
Strahd, and you don't see anything else occurring or happening. And at this point, we could drop initiative because nothing's going to happen.
Okay. Yeah, it's been like 15 seconds since he's popped in the wall, and we're like,
Yeah. Yeah, so Zoldak steps forward.
So Rahadin is not out here still?
Correct.
Okay, well, still in bear form. He's charging out here to check the other side of the wall, basically, to come out here. And he's looking around for him. Oh, I guess I could do a perception.
One last question I would have is there was no dragon skull in this dining hall, right?
Right, correct.
Okay.
Just the fireplace, the organs, some sconces, some chandeliers hanging from the ceiling.
Once we're all settled, Rain would look at Gizmo, I guess, and be like, time to find the chapel or whatever, because I guess that's where we thought his card was pointing to, right? Was it Gizmo's? Or is it Zoldyck's?
Maze. Yeah, Maze.
Maze, okay. Yeah, to May then. Like, when possible, not now, but, you know, like...
Yeah.
So he doesn't see Rahadin or Strahd out here or anything?
Nobody. It is quiet.
Alright, well he's gonna yell as loud as he can, looking up, like up into the hall or up into whatever, like up the stairs and everything, and then transform back.
Okay.
And there was heavy breathing.
Yeah, Zoldyck walks out into the room and says, we should be on the alert. If Strahd can walk through walls, apparently, we need to be extra careful.
May checks to make sure the mouse is okay.
It is.
Success.
So, everything, you know, based on what Rain had read about the skull in the other dining hall, do I have any inkling of where it could be?
You could use... I guess you used your 3 knowledge. Your 3...
Yeah, and Zoldyck read over the book as well when we first got it, because you have to do it for 30, so if he would want to, but I don't know what Zoldyck would be interested in finding out, assuming that he would just burn one of those points.
Yeah, Zoldyck will, he wants to find the dragon skull and get out, I guess, so he would consult the Tome of Strahd, if you gave it to him.
Yeah, of course.
Or I guess he would, so he would, I guess he would know... I guess this would be something that he wouldn't know, so I'll have to make I can use let me see.
Yeah, you did history for the skull, and then investigation for the door.
Yeah. I guess I'll make this one... This'll be history, I guess. Or no, investigation, because that would be like architecture, or like what it, you know. Alls that Zoldyck knows is that it's probably downstairs somewhere.
Okay, and this
so
is
like there,
probably
or it's either downstairs or upstairs. We'll put it that way. Because being a castle, they would probably have a dining room on each floor.
Right.
Or at least the each living quarter floor. So we've obviously seen the one here, so...
Right, and if we would be brainstorming, I guess Rain's logic would probably be to try down first, or whatever, because it's kind of like...
Yeah,
well,
so downstairs would most likely be, like, servants and guards, like a dining hall for them, so probably not as nice. Upstairs would be more for, like, the lord of the castle. In the more private quarters. So do we think it would be kind of with the servants and guards and kind of maybe more of like a general dining hall, or do we think it'd be in the private one?
That would be up to Strahd's ego. Like, does he want to enjoy it himself, or does he want to hang it as a reminder to his people how strong he is?
Yeah.
What does this thing do? Do we know?
It's the skull of Argynvost, the silver dragon. I don't know if you were there for those sessions, but at the dragon mansion, the Argynvost said that if we returned his skull to his buried bones back at the mansion, he would it would allow for like our gods to aid us, and Argynvost would aid in our mission, and it would help give us an edge.
I don't know. I could honestly see both scenarios being correct. Anybody else?
I lean towards upstairs.
May is
I
eating
could-
2 of his good berries.
I could use use another one of those knowledge points to learn more, maybe if I roll good or better.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take 2 good berries.
Okay. I just need to keep track of however many people eat.
If you would want to, I mean, that's up to Zoldak whether he would want to continue to peruse for that.
Yeah, I think Zoldak will because he wants to, find it, and this one's going to be a history check. Ugh, no, he doesn't know. The tome he didn't find that information there. And Zoldak is going to, let me see.
Yeah,
down.
May's coming over with the bowl, and he says, Zoldak, we need to keep our energy up for this. I plan to
Zoldak
end at
says-
least one person in this castle tonight.
Zoldak says thanks, but I'm okay for now. Give it to somebody else who needs it, or conserve it. And Zoldak's, I'm going to use second wind for him, and that's going to put him pretty much back up to full.
Does Bartleby win any good berries?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
How much do they heal?
1
each.
hit point, and I have plenty.
He would need 10 to be full.
Yes, I would.
So Bartleby takes 10. So I am down 29 good berries.
And you still fucking...
I still have 100 and...
They don't make
111.
them a lot.
Yeah. I had 140 good berries from yesterday.
Stop it.
You can thank the druids for some of them. Or the dryads.
Yeah.
You can thank the doodads.
Yeah, Zoldak says, well, I guess up or down. This stairwell down here, if you walk over that way, you see that it leads both upwards and down, and then this stairs here goes up.
May says that they always seem to run upstairs. General Rahadin, whenever I initially fought him, he ran upstairs, and I can't exactly imagine where Strahd is, but I'm pretty sure he sleeps way beneath this place. So
It would make sense for him to sleep in some coffin deep below.
I forget exactly what was going on, but I think when the first time that May came here, he saw lights in some of the windows in the upper areas.
Yeah, I think so.
I think there was some tower or something. So
I think
yeah.
the front window.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
what would
yeah.
be probably the 3rd floor.
Right. So May says, whatever. Basically, now that we're in here alone, let's just do our business and get out of here.
Yes. You need to, and again, you need to be careful.
I mean, to that end, at the very least, we also should look for the chapel, I guess, maybe? Because of May's card, and I feel like the chapel probably wouldn't be underground, so we might be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
By searching upstairs. And that's in characters, all that.
Yeah, in character, referencing his, May's card would be well, the chapel probably isn't underground, and if we're debating on whether we should do up or down, we are either gonna hit the chapel probably upstairs.
That's Gizmo card, I believe. Mine was
No, it's May.
really.
Gizmo had the what we think is what is some sort of symbol of good.
Oh, yeah, I guess where the Morning Light once shown a sacred place, I was thinking of the, like, the one that says something about... Oh, the House of Corruption. Yeah. That's what I thought the chapel represented.
I mean, that would be Rain's 2 cents, is that, you know, I feel like at the very least Up might have 1, maybe 2, and then if not, you know. But that's up to everybody else.
Zoldak says Up is as good a place to go as any here. So up the grand stairs or up the side stairwell?
May directs us to use the red arrow ones.
They're both red arrows there.
Oh, I thought that was one giant staircase.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is one giant staircase.
Yeah, I meant like this way rather than going
Okay.
this way. Oh no, yeah, I guess they do both have red arrows. I just
Yeah.
I meant
You got like the
these
grand
ones.
stairs over here, and
Yeah.
then this side one down there. Yeah. Okay.
That one right there.
Yeah, that loud and clear.
Yeah.
As the group is making their way up to the stairs, May, you notice that some rock, like a few like little bits of stone, fall from the ceiling in front of you.
Immediately look up.
And you see that the statues have come to life and jump down to attack.
Oh, you mean these ones up here, the whitish
Yep.
or tan ones?
Yep.
All of them?
Yep.
Dear God. I mean, I would imagine that Gizmo is following everybody, so.
Yeah. Everybody would kind of be in the middle.
And he likes to stay the perfect distance away so that he can say this is your guys' fault, but he can also support at the last second.
Yeah. This Bartleby would probably be in the middle, but if you want to be somewhere else, Dave, feel free to put yourself there.
Where were things falling from?
The oops, I think I rolled for. Did I roll for Bartleby?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Just go ahead and roll again, Dave, and reset your initiative. I had you.
Yeah, there we go.
There were some. There
21.
you go. There were some there were some pebbles or rock, kind of crumbling from the ceiling that fell in front of May. And then when he looked up, he saw that it was from the stone statues that were moving up. They are actually in a there's like a dome shape,
Right.
like carving, like carved ceiling, and yeah, like a vaulted ceiling with pictures on it and such. And then on a like balcony or like overhead.
Oh, I wasn't clicked on Gizmo. He has an 18.
Okay.
Wait. Oh. May has a 19. Okay. I was like, wait.
You could just click Gizmo and roll initiative, and that'll put him
That's a
in,
good point. Yeah.
and then I'll set it to whatever.
I can do it. Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So there's like a ledge about 15 feet off the ground that these statues are
Yeah, I remember that.
perched on, and now they're taking, they're jumping down, getting ready to jump down to attack.
Spook.
How big are they?
Medium size.
Medium.
Okay. I mean, like, whatever, like tall.
They're gigantic.
Are they like the size of us then, like roughly, or like are they taller than us?
A little taller.
Yeah,
They're,
medium covers things almost all the way up to like 10 feet tall.
Yeah, it's like anywhere
Like
from
8.
dwarf to 10 feet.
Yeah, it's like 4 feet to like 8, 9 feet.
So I'd say they're probably about 6.5 to 7. I guess I better swoop. And it looks like Bartleby is up first. They are currently 15 feet above you. They have not popped down yet.
If everybody falls back, I could drop a hunger in this room. If I
People
could
aren't that coordinated. You kidding me? This is medieval times. I have a club in one hand.
We're a well-oiled machine.
It's like our one DnD team when somebody fell off a.
Oh my god, yeah, whenever, turning in the
We're
tree with the
instantly
rope.
ready. The druid
Yeah.
polymorphed into a tree.
Yeah.
I had a rope ready to
Yeah,
go.
we wrapped
Lassoed it
around.
around the tree and
Yeah.
no, I casted Featherfall to save
That
the
was.
one.
Yep.
And then,
Guys, let's do it. Fall
That
back.
was pure metagaming.
yeah, but it was great. Yeah, so Bartleby.
Are any of these statues in reach?
No, they're 15 feet above you.
I guess I'll hold. What a worthless time to roll such a high initiative.
When they're all above you.
You could lower your initiative.
I mean, I guess I'll just hold.
Okay. Yeah, and when you hold an action, you state the conditions, like what you'll do under what condition. So, like, if the
I'm
guard,
gonna
you know,
stay
if,
still, and if they start, as soon as they get close enough that I can attack, I want to attack the one that's closest to me.
okay, yep, that works.
It's a perfect condition. If I can whack them, I do it.
I choose to whack 'em.
If I see any moles, I whack them.
May.
May will. Hmm. Okay. Can't do that. He will do.
While we're doing this, don't mind what I'm doing.
He'll do bark skin on himself, and then he'll cast Shillelagh just as bonus, just to have it casted, and that'll be his turn.
Now, Gizmos.
Oh, it's Gizmo's turn. He is going to do something much cuter.
Much cuter.
For a dwarf.
He is going to cast Shatter. 10-foot radius sphere, so he can probably only ever hit. He could maybe hit 3 of them. If he did it like on one of these guys, no, it's not in reach. He could probably only ever hit 2 of them by doing it like in one of these areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll do it like to. He'll do it to hit these 2 guys, but since they're up in the air, he'll make it so that May's head doesn't get shattered. If you know what I mean. So that's I'm gonna press the button so that we can read it. He'll cast that. at 3rd level.
Constitution saving.
Yeah, one thing to note is that, yeah, a creature made of inorganic material such as stone or whatever has disadvantage.
Okay.
It's the main.
Which they.
It's the,
It doesn't say will be.
DC 15. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, I put it below it. Or whatever.
So they fail.
He's cast... Okay, so he's cast 2 level 3 spells.
So it's
far.
14 damage?
14 thunder damage, correct.
Alright.
Or 14 plus the 3 of the higher level cast. It was a level 2 and he cast it at 3.
Yeah, so
17 thunder.
Yeah, 17.
And so that's his action, and he has no bonus anything else actions, so he will come away from those weird ones and like go here, I guess.
Okay.
Facing
Now
this
Rain.
way.
Okay, so Rain is gonna kind of like fall back to here,
Okay.
and then turn around and yell to Zoldak to get out of the way, and then hold. And when Zoldak does move, she wants to drop Hunger right there. Is the line of my 20-foot. I was measuring it up with my aura while everybody was talking.
Okay. Yeah, so Zoldak is going to move to here. And he has a 10-foot reach with his weapon, but they're still out of range. So now he is going to. I guess that's all he's gonna do, because he has to.
Is he gonna hold action?
Well, oh yeah, if you move, you can't hold an action. That would be your action.
Okay.
And I guess technically then Rain would have to lower her turn in the initiative to move there and then hold the action to get a move and cast it. But we're back to back, so I'm not gonna bother with it.
Okay.
Yeah, Zoldak's just gonna move there, and then that's gonna be his turn. Now those creatures, Rain gets Hunger. So they start their turn in it, so they each take 5 cold.
And, blinded, difficult terrain, yada
Right.
yada. I don't know how far they can move, but some of these can get out easy, but these two in the back might not be able to
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'll be back.
if they have under 40 feet of movement.
Okay, I'll fix their health bars later. Okay, so I'm gonna resolve the ones in the Hunger first. They are blinded and it's difficult terrain, so they are going to. They're gonna kind of like climb down the wall, and kind of like slide down it because they can't see. Otherwise, they would fly off. That's basically going to be 30 feet to get down.
Which ones? These two?
The ones that are all the ones in the Hunger.
Oh, okay.
They're going to kind of like slide down the side of the wall, and then this one, that's 10. He doesn't take the most. Whoops. There we go. He doesn't take the most direct path out, but he gets. Let's see, 10, 15. He makes it to here, and Bartleby gets his reaction to attack.
Thwack, thwack.
The double whack.
Yep, and these things are not undead. And yes, both of those hit, so 25 damage.
Now, this is a... Never mind, I'm wrong.
And then the other ones are gonna do the same. That's 30. And they make it to there. Slide down, make it to there. Slide down. He makes it up. But he had to double move to
Back.
get out. So the two that are still... Well, we'll resolve those afterwards.
Is May dead yet?
No. The other ones are going to jump down, and this one here swoops down and gets within Zoldak's range, because so he gets a reaction to attack. And that unfortunately misses. So then the next, all the rest are going to swoop down. And one had to double move. So this one up here, right there, is going to attack Bartleby. And they get 2 attacks. They go to bite and claw, but obviously Bartleby's shield and armor, does nothing to him. The one next to Zoldak is going to attack him, and miss pitifully. The one right below May is going to attack him, and miss horribly. And then the one next to Gizmo, 19, does that hit?
Yep.
Okay. For a whopping 3 piercing.
Why did I waste a spell slot on these things?
Now you keep using that word waste.
And then the ones that are in the hunger, take the they get like the saving
After
Yeah, the...
acid
deck save.
or the cold.
And one of them apparently does really well. And we're doing the house rule version, right?
Yeah, the level 3 version. I updated it already.
Okay. Yeah, I crunched some numbers comparing hunger to fireball, and also to the black tentacles, just to compare them to see like how the numbers in terms of damage, expected damage, and effects, how they work. And hunger drops off in effectiveness pretty much as soon as you get your next tier of spells. So
Yeah.
we're bumping up the damage that they do, the acid damage, and on a failed save it's half. So normally it's all or nothing. So that kind of brings it up to step with black tentacles.
Yeah, it's interesting how some spells, for whatever reason, they choose not to have higher level, but it's
Even
probably
though
'cause-
it would be balanced. you
Yeah,
know.
it's probably because it's a warlock only spell, and there's like Evard's is like kind of like it, like it's, you know, they just whatever
They just
their
figured out
internal
you'll take a
reasons are.
Vards and that'll be that.
Yeah, but I like the idea of people having like signature things and like making them more powerful over time,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So
Yeah, and
That's-
with the amount that I like to use it, it's like, you know, take it.
yeah, so that's what that's for. So Bartleby.
Yes, sir.
You are up next.
I'm gonna whack that gargoyle thing.
And that's actually what they are, so
Does my character know that?
I don't know. I don't think we fought gargoyles yet.
I'm not even gonna let May to roll to know. All I know is that he's really starting to hate inanimate objects suddenly animating.
No.
You missed that. Yeah.
About time.
That's what I rolled. I rolled a 14 and missed and was like, on my reaction attack.
Hey, stones are pretty dead, right?
Well, these ones are alive.
Oh. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, May.
May is going to... This one is near him now.
Uh-huh.
He's
Yep, they're
gonna...
all on the ground.
Yeah, he's going to... Shift to here. Magic Stone bonus action, and then just chill attack. He's wielding his club now.
Okay.
Whack. Whack. 12 bludgeoning.
Yeah. Nice.
That is his turn.
Now Gizmo.
Gizmo is going to move here. Oh wait, no, actually, you may not want to do that. He is going...
Ellie's calling. I might have to go.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll be done after this fight, but that's... If you have to go, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine. He's gonna back up to here. So, I'll take the opportunity attacks.
Okay. So, 2 of them.
Yep. His AC is 16.
Okay.
Does he not have his shield back on?
He does have his shield back on.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just barely missing.
Clerics wear heavy armor, right?
Clerics.
Some, not all.
Right.
If he can, we should totally just like loot this fucking heavy armor over here. Gizmo.
Yeah, I mean, he has that giant plate of whatever in his backpack. Damn it, I kind of wanted one of them to hit him so that he could do the Wrath of the Storm thingy. But anyway, so he's going to do Thunder Wave.
Hit, like, those 3.
Yep. Yeah, it's a 15-foot cube in front of him. Let me click on it. Can you not cast that at a higher level? Hold on a second, let me look at it real quick.
It just might not be set up that way.
Yeah, right. So he's gonna cast it at level 3, so he's gonna add 2d8 to it. So let me just roll that now.
Yeah. Okay, so 17 total. They all fail. And 17. So that...
I'm not sure. For Thunderwave, I'm unsure if. Yeah, they wouldn't have disadvantage on this one. So
okay,
just use the
well,
first number
shatter.
for each. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so
Okay,
only
so
one
the
of them
middle
passed.
one passes. Okay.
I already did his help, so I'm just gonna make it the one on the left.
Okay.
So you take.
And he will, like, push. If that one didn't save, he'll push it back.
Yeah, that's the
left
one that I
missile.
had to save.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So Thunderwave, he moved, and gauging the situation, he doesn't want to cast Spiritual Weapon, so he will move here. We'll move here. Nah, he doesn't. I don't know. Gizmo doesn't usually like being in the middle of things. Actually, I don't know. He's kind of temperamental on whenever he wants to be in the middle of things.
This is true.
He'll be right there.
Alright. Rain.
Alright, I'm gonna start with an Eldritch Blast on this one.
Okay. Okay, miss.
Missed, I'll do it again.
And hit.
10.
Okay.
And I choose to blast it back 10 feet.
Yeah.
Probably to, like, that square.
Yeah.
Yep. She's now back in the hunger.
Enough to start its turn there.
Yep.
Hey, action economy. Yeah, that's all I got.
Alright, Zoldak's gonna stand right where he is, and he is going to focus. He's gonna attack the ones that are near. The one that's near May.
The southern ones.
Yeah. The one within reach that's almost dead.
Mm-hmm.
And. I'm just gonna let that one be a miss. Okay. So he spends all 3 attacks.
Zoldak the Proud.
Yeah. He's distracted.
Yeah.
Just over concerned that, this would, if Strahd wanted to, he could show up and attack, and this would be a ample opportunity. But he manages to land.
Yeah, and our
a hit.
paladin doesn't have any of his level 2 smites left.
Yeah.
He's like, I drank from a fountain of blood and I'm back for more.
Yeah.
No.
But now the guard.
Yeah, and then May is like, so did I. Covered in good berry juice.
Good berries.
Ten.
That was a good roll.
Yeah, so take that one.
Let's see. And
Is that 10 gold damage?
Go.
Better not be.
Gold?
this one is going to spend its full move to get out and get to here.
Does that
Yeah,
trigger an
true.
opportunity from Zoldak?
Yes, it does. And it hit.
Yes, it buzz.
Now,
And
wait, does Polar Master make it so that if they enter, does he like stop them from moving? Isn't that what
no,
that
that's
does?
Sentinel.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He makes her speed 0 with Sentinel.
Okay, that's what it does.
This one's going to move up here, and then this one is going to step on the corpse of the other one. I'm just going to move him
On
down.
the rubble.
Yeah.
On the rubble.
Let's see. The two that are in... This one's actually going to take a step forward. The two that are next to Bartleby are going to attack him, and then the two next to Zoldak will attack. So Bartleby first.
Tickles.
I mean, they have +4, but I'm rolling terribly. Alright, that was the first one. And then the next one...
Get all the
Stupid
bad rolls out
claws.
on these things. Get all the good rolls
Yeah.
out on Strahd and Rahadin.
Yeah, that's how it goes. The 20 hits, right?
Yep.
Alright, so there's 5. And then now the two that are on Zoldak. My AC is 19, I believe. Oh, yeah, there's a crit.
Oh,
But that's okay. It's
300 damage.
It's 7.
a whopping 7.
His
Because,
attacks have
again-
exploding dice, and it just
Yeah.
explodes 10 times. No.
And then the one that is by May is going to attack him. Assume those both hit. The non-crit did just as much damage. And
That's
then-
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
12 damage.
so that's 12 total. And then the two by Gizmo that have not... Wait a minute, one of them had to spend a full move to get out. Yeah, they both had to spend a full move. So,
Can they attack him anyway?
no. I say the one that actually moved up by Zoldak, or not Zoldak, Bartleby had this full move. So we'll just say that those were attacks intended for Gizmo, but they were pitiful, so they just...
Okay.
Yeah, so now it's Bartleby's turn.
I'm gonna whack.
Oh, for it.
No. No.
When you're a martial class and you roll okay, but not quite good enough. Yeah.
+9 only rolling in the double digits. What the heck?
Pretty bad. Sorry, I rolled a 2 and a 5.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
know.
Ellie's here with our kids, just so someone else can play for me. I gotta go.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, we'll just finish up this fight.
Thanks,
and that's
guys.
where we'll
Good night.
stop, so.
Yep.
Good night.
See you, Dave.
See ya.
All right. May.
Meh.
May.
May cast divination
What?
for half of a second, and he says, "Yes, I do wanna." Bah.
Shallow.
6 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, anything else?
He's going to do an acrobatics roll as he comes over here.
Okay.
He accepts whatever difficult terrain.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, with that roll, I'm gonna say, yeah, you can't cross.
You want him prone?
Sure. You can be prone.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
can make
I mean,
it prone.
I mean, a 5, he kind of like really fucked it up.
Yeah.
He like hit him in the head, and he's like, "Man, I'm full of life," and then just like trips over the rubble.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll work. Gizmo.
Gizmo will, in usual Gizmo fashion, step back and Thunderwave May and the other thing.
Okay, so 2 opportunity attacks.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
That's about right.
I'm half kidding.
It is what he would do. And he'd be like, "You'll be fine."
It's like, I'm gonna cast Shatter right here. Like, only May's there. He's like,
I'm drunk.
I'm gonna make it like right there. Like, it's still only still.
There's a-
Yeah, he's like, I want to shatter that door down there. I'm like, do you have to maneuver it so that May also gets in?
Too late.
Yeah. I already rolled the damage. Like, you didn't even. He's probably just gonna whack this guy, blow him, Warhammer.
Okay.
Uh,
And yeah, just shy of hitting, so.
He does absolutely nothing to change the fate of that roll as a free action.
Okay.
See,
Rain.
seeing May fall to the ground in the failed tumble, I'm gonna take a couple steps this way. And attempt to Eldritch Blast this one away from him.
Okay. Yep.
Alright, so I'll do the 14 and blast that one straight 10 foot back.
Alright.
Wait, did that thing just squawk? Squawk!
Yep.
It did
And-
now.
Gargoyle swak, don't you know?
Yeah.
And
That wasn't in Volo's guide.
I guess I'll try to blast this one back into the hunger as well then.
Okay.
Mm,
Yep. It's
fucking
good.
taste the rainbow.
Mmm.
Taste the fucking rainbow.
Squawk!
Oh my god, they squawked.
Now that May's butt is in the air, is that gargoyle gonna... Oh wait, Zoldak's turn.
But Zoldak's turn, yeah. Zoldak's just going to
So I was
attack.
gonna poke him to death. Or wait, no, he does slashing.
Yeah, that's an actual hit. Let me see what we got. 11. Not bad. Still
Slash!
Of course.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
that's
chose
like-
to do that on one of the full health ones, right?
No. If only.
You get another... Or are you already doing that? You get another
yeah.
damage dice from the bracelet.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm not rolling it because it killed it. but
Yeah. Come on, man!
Of course. I could have, like, one shot.
Yeah.
Practically.
Only
You
if you
killed
had...
one of
Only if you had cleave.
Yeah. Only.
one of the other ones saw that and shit itself
Yeah.
as a full
Come
action.
on, psychic damage.
Alright. Is that Zoldak's turn? And now it is So,
Which one did he hit with the bludgeoning?
it was the one to his left.
Okay.
The-
Yeah,
the one that
Bartleby's
was-
health is in the way, I think.
The one that critically hit and did 7 damage saw Zoltak's crit and just shit himself.
This is what a crit looks like. Rubble.
It decides to turn itself to rubble.
Bleh.
Squawk. So 2 hungers.
Oh, yeah. And give me some cold.
Okay.
Just below
Bork.
average. Brr, is it cold in here?
Yeah, so they are naturally going to move out, and that guy's already in range of Zoldex.
Oh yeah, you get advantage against me.
Yeah, so we'll do that one first.
16 AC.
It's a crit and a 20, so
18.
18. And then the one by Gizmo is going to attack him. 16
May
miss.
is bloodied.
16 misses Gizmo.
16 is his AC.
Alright, so that is
Hit him!
And then we got 2 on Bartleby and 2 on Zol.
This one pulls out its Vorpal blade and crits. No.
There's 4 damage on Bartleby.
Okay. Got it.
I'll leave that up to Pain.
And then 2 hit Zolda. So that's 15.
15. Some serious damage for these gargoyles.
Yep. I mean, they're not doing that much damage, but it's kind of that slow whittle down because there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
But Bartleby is up.
All right, Bartleby in Bartleby fashion is gonna whack the one above him.
Whack. Yep.
Fucking finally. All right. We got a whack.
That kills it.
All right. Good. Bartleby
Whack
turns
another
to
one.
this one right here. Like,
Wait, what?
yeah, no. Like, wait. The,
Soldak's really gonna gargoyle all along.
Zoldak hit the one under him, right?
Yeah, the to his left.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Bartleby will whack that one then as well.
Yep. A solid. Alright, May.
I use half of my movement.
You stand up.
By the power vested in me, I miss.
Yep. Alright, Gizmo.
By the power vested in Gizmo, he swings and misses.
Great.
Man, this D&D game's fun.
Miss.
Yeah.
Start with this one.
Okay.
It's like, come on, man, it's your first roll. You miss. Okay, next person's turn. They're like, I hate this game. Like,
Fucking that one's getting it again. All right. Oh my god.
4 misses.
man, these are tanky.
Only.
I just
Only-
can't hit them, man. They're so tanky. Stop missing.
Now let's see if I'm just waiting for Zoldak to miss it. Okay, well that's good.
Zoldak never misses.
I miss enough of the time.
You either miss or crit. There's only 2 Zoldak modes.
Yeah, I mean that was that was some pretty heavy damage right there for just regular hitting.
Yeah.
And I guess the one for right below Zoldak. But yeah, that's true. Because I was missing just like all the time when I was level 1. 2. Alright, these guys. They're just gonna do their attacks. One's gonna shift over here. One's gonna attack Bartleby. Like usual. Natural one is a miss. So 5 piercing. Yeah, one's gonna attack Zola. And this one is gonna attack Gizmo. and crit.
Crit.
Because that's, what I do as DM. It's either horrible miss or a crit. 8. And then
It's
one
the only
on-
weighted DM.
Yeah, one on May. Like, see, there you go.
Yeah.
Garbage rolls. So those both miss. Bartleby. That's the DM curse.
This one's getting double whack.
Alright.
I really want to know if they have any kind of
Wow.
like, if they have any kind of
Dude, this fucking game. Roll the 1 and the 4.
I want to know what they use for their like number generation. I wonder if it's just like a plain old, like Java one, or if they have any kind of
Yeah.
any kind
You
of
know
like
what's funny? If it was a
organic
Java
one.
one, if you saved the seed, you could generate the same series of rolls.
yeah.
I find that funny that random numbers really aren't truly random. They're
Just
kind of-
find the seed that does nothing but 20s.
That'd be hilarious. Crit.
Yep.
That would be crazy.
That is
Yeah.
May. Bartleby's turn.
May
Yeah,
says by the power vested in Alona? Question mark.
Yeah.
Yes. Not enough to kill it, but and Gizmo does the same thing. That's what he gets for asking Alona for
Oh,
help.
7 damage. Yeah, not enough. It's getting there. Yeah, Gizmo doesn't hit Rain
This bitch. Like,
again.
fucking. Come on.
Yeah, you got it. So you can
Get
kill it.
Fuck in there.
Not quite, but it's gonna die. from the
Fucking-
hunger.
Yeah, just I'll let my patron eat it. Alright.
Yeah, it's gonna be dead because the hungers get it next turn.
I'm gonna
What if
step
the
up
hunger
and-
does 1 damage?
It does a minimum of 2, and
Yep.
my chances are you're not. It has 3 hit points. So
Yeah, but what if it does 1?
we'll see. If it
Okay.
does, then it kills me.
Eat it,
Yes.
bitch.
How did he die? I don't know.
Get in there.
Talking too much.
Yeah. Yeah. That one is very close to death, but not. But yeah, we'll see. That one might live. Probably not. But Zoldak is going to attack the one, I guess,
Go-
directly in front.
I'm glad I have that on tape.
23. Okay. Yeah, their turn. So let's see, does Hunger kill it? Or do you roll 2 1s? No, you changed it.
Oh no! Wait, no. That means May's dead.
Real quick, I was like, yes, do it. 1d1 cold, come on.
1d1.
It was an 8.
Yeah, that kills off both of them.
All 3 of them.
Remaining yeah, well,
All 3.
there's 2 of them left.
No, this one. This one too.
Oh yeah, all 3 of them. Yeah, they're just one's gonna attack Bartleby and the other is gonna attack Zoldak, and they're gonna miss. So at this point, by the time another round goes by, they're pretty much gonna be dead. So we're
The-
going to fight here.
The third win by.
Yeah, like I said, I mean it's one of those things where it's like with all the damage you're outputting, you're gonna, you're definitely gonna kill the one, and then one's gonna be so whittled down that it might do another, get another
Yeah.
successful attack.
I think if there's like random, if everybody just melee hit, there's like a 99% success rate. So it's like, why even do it?
Yeah, exactly. So
And hunger. Gone.
yeah,
Rain's gonna come down to this one because she knows that like it was killed by being frozen, and assuming it didn't like turn into rubble. Like if it's like studyable, I'm gonna study
yeah,
it.
it is.
Just Scholar's Pack, like
Yeah.
ooh, like Stone
So
Thing
you
came
find
alive
out
this
some
time.
information about it because it's a gargoyle. I mean, you don't know that that's necessarily what it is, but you could roll maybe to see if you know. But I mean, yeah, you learn some things about it, such as it, generally being tougher. Like, they're not necessarily, they're more tanky rather than offensive. So, that non-magical weapons aren't terribly effective against them. Just a few things.
Okay.
Obviously, you find that they are in fact living creatures, despite being, looking like they're completely made of stone.
Oh, so they're not like magical or animated or whatever.
No, their body, they're actually elementals.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Do they
I don't know if
speak
that's what they were in
Terran?
older editions. I feel like they weren't. I feel like they were like monstrous creatures before.
Do they speak Terran?
Yes.
What
All
do they
right.
do? May's gonna sit down, and assuming that there are a couple minutes so that he can eat good berries, he is gonna do that.
Would everybody want to chill here and short rest a bit? I don't know if this is the safest location, but we're all a little bit bruised.
Yeah, we'll pick that up next time.
Okay.
I think so. If you want to eat your good berries, well, I guess we can wait and see if you want to short rest or good berry.
Did you guys want to do experience then yet?
Yeah, we can do experience.
XP.
Yep. Let's see what he's got.
Plus whatever experience fucking Strahd fleeing again is worth. Like, diminishing returns. Now it's worth negative 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
'Cause
owe
now,
him
yeah, now
experience.
he's getting.
Damn it.
He took experience from us.
He leveled up, actually. We're done.
Yeah. No. He's multi-classing in a gravity warrior.
I made a subclass for it. I made a class for it, a prestige class using the prestige class rules.
There's only one level.
Yeah, and it gets all the abilities.
It gets all the effects.
You took one level of gravity warrior. It's just as OP as it was third edition.
Yeah, right. You're like, honestly, it's not that much different than one level.
Everybody gets 1,720 experience.
1,700.
1,720.
Yep.
So he is 2880. That's what May has.
What was that? Can you say that one more time, whatever it was?
Yeah, 1,000. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
1,720 is what he said.
Okay. That's a lot of EXP.
Yep. I mean, even though Strahd is running, you still get a good amount of experience for it.
So everybody gets, is that like 2880 you said now?
Yep. 28,080.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Gizmo is just a little bit ahead of everybody. Because he's like the only one to not die or be behind.
Yeah. Cool. Should be good for Thursday, so.
Yep. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I figure everything will be good with Tim's girlfriend, so he should be good as well. Barring no more whatevers.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I need to get going, so.
Yep, sounds good.
We will continue.